Hello everyone, today our topic is how to add students to ThriveCart Learn in multiple courses from WooCommerce order. So here my objective is that whenever I receive a new order in WooCommerce with multiple courses, then automatically I want to capture the details of that order, and after this I want to add a new student in ThriveCart Learn. After adding the student in ThriveCart Learn, I want to enroll that student in the courses that he has bought in WooCommerce. So for that I have to build a connection between WooCommerce and ThriveCart. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I have to use trigger and action. In trigger application, I'm going to use WooCommerce. In action application, I'm going to use ThriveCart. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can add students to ThriveCart Learn in multiple courses from WooCommerce orders. So in WooCommerce, I'm selling my online courses. So from WooCommerce, new students are buying my courses. So whenever my students are buying my courses, then what I want is that whenever I am getting an order from WooCommerce for my courses, then automatically I want to add those students in those multiple courses in ThriveCart Learn as a new student. So here for my objective, whenever I'm going to get a new order from WooCommerce for my courses, then automatically that customer details will be captured and those details will be used to create a new student in ThriveCart Learn. And I'm going to add that students in multiple courses that he has bought. And to save my time and energy, I'm creating this automation with Pabbly Connect, where I will build this simple connection between WooCommerce and ThriveCart Learn. And for that, I have to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com. And this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly, you can just sign up for free and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I have to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here, this is the workflow section and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here, I want to create a new workflow. For that, I have to click here on this create workflow button and this window will pop up. Here I have to name my workflow. So I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to add students to ThriveCart Learn for multiple courses from WooCommerce order. Now I'm going to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I'm going to open this tab and in this I'm going to select my folder. So I want to save this workflow in this particular folder of WooCommerce. So I'm going to select that and I'm going to click on create. And this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow and action will just follow that. So we have to set up our trigger first and here my trigger application will be WooCommerce. So I'm going to select WooCommerce here and now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab and new order created will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this and now I will connect WooCommerce with Pabbly Connect and for that I have to follow all this instruction. So first I'm going to copy this webhook URL and now I will go back to WooCommerce. So in WordPress, I have this plugin of WooCommerce. So in WooCommerce, I'm going to open settings and in settings, I will go to this advanced settings and in advanced settings, I have all these options. So I'm going to open webhooks and here I have to add my webhook. So for that, I have to click here on this add webhook button and now I have to add my webhook. So for that, I have to first give the name to my webhook. So my name will be testing and I have to give a status. So I'm going to open this tab and I'm going to give a status of active. And now I have to select my topic. So I'm going to open this tab and here I'm going to search for order created. So this is going to be my event or topic. So I'm going to select that. And now I need a delivery URL. For delivery URL, I'm going to paste my webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here and I have filled all the required details. Now I'm going to click on save webhook. So I have successfully added my webhook. Now we'll go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we can see we have received this response. And in the response, we have this webhook ID. So this means that I have successfully added my webhook. Now, what I need to do is I need to click on reCAPTCHA webhook response. But before that, what I have to do is I have to toggle off this response of simple response. Now what is going to happen is that in my response, I'm going to get order of multiple courses. So it will be easy if I'm getting that in array format. That's why I have toggled off this response of simple response to get the responses in array format so that I can retrieve the data easily. Now I'm going to click on recapture webhook response and I'm going to click on yes. And now it is waiting for webhook response. So how I'm going to get this response? For that, I have to create a new order in my WooCommerce store. And in my order, I'm going to create an order for my courses. So for that, let me take you to my WooCommerce shop. And this is my shop and I have all these products. So in this, I'm going to buy these products of core PHP programming and Python course. So I'm going to add this to cart. So here, this is my cart and I have these two courses, PHP course for beginners and Python course. And this is my total amount. So I'm going to click on proceed to checkout. And for checking it out, I have to fill the billing details. So I have filled all my details here. So my first name is test, last name is user, country is India, and this is my random address, and the city is Bhopal, state is Madhya Pradesh, and this is my pin code, and I have this random phone number, and my email address, which is testuser565@pabblytudes.com. So I have filled all my billing details here. Now I'm going to click on place order. So I have created this order in WooCommerce with my courses. So I have this order number and I have successfully created this order. Now we'll go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we can see we have received this response. So in the response, we have the details of my student. So the first name is test, last name is user, country is IN, which is for India. And this is the city, which is Bhopal. And this is the random address. And I have this mobile number. And this is the email address of my student, which is testuser565@pabblytudes.com. And in this order, I have this line items. And in the line items, I have received this array. And in this array, I have the details of the product that I have purchased through my WooCommerce shop. So in the product, we can see we have this product of PHP course for beginners. And we also have this other product of Python course. Now, what we have is that we have this line item details in our array. So what we need to do is we need to retrieve this array and we need to process this array. And we want the details of each course so that we can add our student in those particular courses that he has bought. So for that, I have to set up my actions tab. And in my actions tab, I'm going to use a tool which is iterator by Pabbly. So I'm going to select iterator here. And now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab and process arrays will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And I'm going to connect iterator by Pabbly. So I'll click here on connect. And now I have to first select my array. So I'm going to open this tab. And I'm going to use this array of line items. So I'm going to select this. And now what is going to happen is that when I'm going to click on save and send test request button, it is going to start processing my arrays. And suppose I have two products in my line items array. And now what is going to happen is it is going to process my each products one by one. So first I'm going to get the details of first product and then it is going to process the details of second products. So when I'm going to create this workflow, it is going to retrieve the details of each product one by one. So I have filled the required details. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request button. And here we can see I have received this response. So in the response, I have the details of my first product, which is PHP course for beginners. So I have received the details of my first course and these are the details. So I have the total amount, which is of 10,000 rupees and we have this product ID. Now I have received my first course and similarly what is going to happen is that when this workflow will work, it is going to process the details of the second product in the similar way. Now what I need to do is I need to add one more actions tab here. And in this actions tab, I'm going to use lookup table. So I'm going to select lookup table here and I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab and lookup table will be my action event. So I'm going to set up my lookup table here and I'm going to connect lookup table. So I'm going to click here on connect. And first I have to set up my lookup table. So for that I have these tabs of label and value. So I'm going to add more columns here. So I have 3 rows in my lookup table. And in this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the label as my product names. And in the value, what I'm going to do is I'm going to map the course ID that I have in my ThriveCart Learn account. So I'm going to set up my lookup table here. Now in the label, I have selected my courses such as PHP course for beginners, Python course and Java. So I'm selling these courses in my WooCommerce store. So in the label, I have selected those. Now in the value section, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my ThriveCart Learn account. And in this, I have these 3 courses, which is PHP course for beginners, Python course and Java course for beginners. So I'm going to use the course ID of all these courses and I'm going to add them in my lookup table value section. So I'm going to do that. So in the value section, I have filled my course IDs for these particular courses that I have in my ThriveCart Learn account. Now what I need to do is I need to give my lookup key and this is our required details. So what I have to do is I have to use the lookup key So in the lookup key, I'm going to give the product name that I'm receiving as an order from WooCommerce. So I'm going to get that detail of my product name by using iterator. So I have received the response by using iterator. And in this response, I have received this product name, which is PHP course for beginners. And for multiple courses, I'm going to get these details one by using iterator. So first I have received this. So I'm going to map this detail in lookup table as lookup key. So I'm going to use mapping. So what mapping is? Mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I have to click here. I will open the response of iterator by Pabbly. So in this, I have received this name of my course. So I'm going to map that. And now I have to give a fallback value, but I don't want to give any fallback value. So I'm going to leave this blank. And now I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to click on save and send test request button. So here I have received this result. So what has happened here is that first it has took this lookup key, and my lookup key is PHP course for beginner. Then it has find this key in my label. So this is the label. So it has searched for that, and it has searched for the value that is associated with this label. So in the result, I have received this result value. Now what is going to happen is that whenever I'm getting a new order from WooCommerce, then automatically it is going to search for that product in my lookup table, and it is going to give me the value of that course ID in my result. So now I'm going to use this course ID, and I'm going to add a new student in this particular courses. So for that, I have to add my last action step. So in this, I'm going to use ThriveCart Learn as my action application. So I'm going to select this. And I'm going to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and create new student will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to connect ThriveCart Learn Plus with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection. And to connect ThriveCart Learn Plus, I have to give a token. So where I'm going to find this token, for that I have to go to ThriveCart. And now I have to open this profile section. And in this I will go to settings. And in settings, I have this option of API and webhook. So I'm going to open this. And in this, I have this option of API keys. So I'm going to click here on this view settings button. And here I can create my new API key. So for that, I have to click here on this create API key button. And first I have to give the name to my API key. So I'm going to give the name as test, and I'm going to click on create API key. So this is the API key that I want. So I'm going to copy this. I will go back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to paste that here. And now I'm going to click on save. And I have successfully connected ThriveCart Learn Plus with Pabbly Connect. So in this, I have all these details to add a new student in ThriveCart Learn Plus. So for that, I need an email address. So I'm going to use the email address of the customer that has bought those courses from my WooCommerce store. So I'm going to map that. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response of WooCommerce. And in this, I'm going to search for my email address. So this is the email address of my customer. So I'm going to use this email address to add a new student in my course in ThriveCart Learn Plus. So I'm going to map this. Now we need a course ID. So I have received this course ID from my lookup table. So I'm going to map that. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of lookup table. And this is my result value. So this is my course ID. So I'm going to map this. And now I have to give the name. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of WooCommerce. And I'm going to search for the name of my customer. So this is the first name. So I'm going to map this. I will give a space, and I'm going to give the last name. And now I have all these other tabs: tags, order ID, purchase type, purchase ID, and email notification. So if you want to fill these details, you can do that. You can fill any tags, and if you have order ID, you can fill that too. So these are not the required details, so I'm not gonna fill these. I have filled all the required details. Now what I need to do is I need to click on save and send test request button. And here I can see I have received the response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have created a new student in my ThriveCart Learn Plus account, and I have added this student in the courses that he has bought from my WooCommerce store. Now to check this, I'm going to take you to my ThriveCart account, and in this, I'm going to close this, and I will go to my ThriveCart Learn Plus. Now I will go to my students, and here we can see I have added this new student which is named as test user, and the email is testuser565@pabblytudes.com. Now I'm going to click on view profile. And here we can see that I have successfully added the student automatically in this course of PHP course for beginners. Now let me take you back to Pabbly Connect. Here we can see that I have added that student in my ThriveCart Learn Plus account. So we have set up this workflow. Now what is going to happen is that whenever I'm getting a new WooCommerce order with multiple courses, then I'm going to process that order, and I'm going to get the details of all the product one by one by using iterator by Pabbly. And after that, it is going to find that value of those products in lookup table. And by those product details, it is going to find the course IDs that I have in my ThriveCart Learn Plus account. and automatically it is going to add a new student in those courses in ThriveCart Learn Plus account. Now to check this in real time, I'm going to go back to my WooCommerce shop, and in this I am going to create a new order with new multiple courses. So I'm going to add this course of Python course and this course of Java. So I have added these courses. Now I'm going to click on proceed to checkout. So here we can see that I have added these billing details. So my first name is dummy, last name is user, and this is my country, which is India. And I have filled this random address. City is Bhopal, state is Madhya Pradesh, pin code is this, and this is my random mobile number, and the email address is dummyuser@pabblytudes.com. and I'm going to place this order. So I'm going to click here on this place order button. So I have successfully created this order now, and in this order I have these two courses, Python course and Java course. Now here what should happen is that a new student will be added in ThriveCart Learn Plus, and that student will automatically be added in these two courses, which is Python course and Java course. Now to check this, I'm going to go back to ThriveCart Learn Plus. I will go back, and here I'm going to open all students, and here I'm going to refresh this, and here we can see that I have recently added this new student, which is dummy user, and the email is dummyuser@pabblytudes.com. Now I'm going to click here on this view profile button, and here we can see that I have enrolled this student automatically in these two courses, which is Python course and Java course for beginners. So these were the courses that he has bought from my WooCommerce store, and I have used those order details, and I have created this new student automatically in my ThriveCart Learn Plus account, and I have enrolled this student in these two multiple courses that he has bought from WooCommerce. Now here we can see that my connection between WooCommerce and ThriveCart Learn Plus is working successfully, such that whenever I'm receiving a new order in WooCommerce with multiple courses, then automatically I'm creating a new student in ThriveCart Learn Plus, and I'm enrolling that student in those particular courses that he has created order for. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect, and here I have successfully built this connection between WooCommerce and ThriveCart Learn Plus. So whenever a student will buy new courses or multiple courses from WooCommerce, then automatically that student will be enrolled in those courses in ThriveCart Learn Plus. Now let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was WooCommerce, and my trigger event was new order created. Then I have set up my actions tab, and my action application was iterator by Pabbly. And in this I have processed my arrays, and after processing my arrays, I have received the product details of those courses. Then I have used lookup table, and in lookup table I have find the value of that product, and by using those product details I have find the course ID of those courses that I have in product. Then in the last I have used ThriveCart Learn as my last action application, and in this I have used create new student as my action event. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there, and thank you for watching this video.
Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this using Pabbly Connect. If you need any help or if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can post them at forum.pabbly.com, or if you have any issue with the pricing of Pabbly, you can connect on this link. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.